Relax. Take in a deep breath and let your body go limp. Silently speak to each of your body parts. Tell them to let go. Repeat it over and over slowly until you feel all the tension in your body dissolve. Learn to relax all the time. Relax when you're working. Relax when you're reading. Relax whenever you feel the slightest bit of tension. A lot of the time, we feel fatigue after doing a lot of mental work, but the reality is that the brain doesn't experience fatigue, no matter how long it's been working. We feel tired because we use muscles that are not necessary for the work we're doing. When working on something, we believe that if the feeling of effort is not present, then no work has been done. So we tend to frown and hunch our shoulders to create that feeling of effort, when all that does not assist the brain in any way. Doing that is just a waste of energy. So learn to relax as you take on any activity. Relaxation is the state of being free of all tension and effort. When you work, do so in a comfortable position as often as you can. This will prevent unnecessary tension from forming in your body. If you need a mental image, think of a cat. Think of how their bodies sag when they are picked up. Have you actually ever seen a lazy cat? If you want to learn how to relax, you can learn by studying cats. Deal with problems as they arise. Face the problems and challenges that are in front of you immediately. If you need to make a decision about something and you have enough information to do so, then make that decision. Respond to emails when you receive them. Answer phone calls when you get them. Don't procrastinate. That will make it seem like you have an endless pile of work to do and no time to do it all. And then when you feel that way, it puts you in a state of confusion, tension, and worry. It can even cause high blood pressure and heart problems. Looking at a desk filled with piles of papers and memos and such can actually scare you. So if your desk looks like that, take the time to clear it and leave only the things that are essential to the immediate task at hand.
Do the important things first. Every day, either early in the morning or even the night before, plan out your day. Set out your goals for the day. If you're not able to accomplish everything that you planned for, let's say Thursday, then on Friday you should finish Thursday's tasks before getting into Friday's tasks. More often than not, your ability to do things you need to do today depend on whether or not you finished what you were meant to do yesterday. It's not an easy skill to develop, but learning to do things in order of importance will save you time and energy and make you work more efficiently. Find ways to make your job interesting. Your emotional attitude has more to do with inducing fatigue than your physical exertion does. Think back to high school or university when you were in class that was boring. I'm sure it made you feel sleepy and groggy and irritable. When you're bored, your blood pressure and oxygen consumption actually decrease. But once you begin to feel interest and excitement about any activity that you're engaged in, your metabolism increases. We don't get tired when doing things that excite us. Sometimes we're not exhausted from the amount of work that we do or from boredom, but from the amount of work we are unable to do. On days when you're interrupted endlessly and meetings are canceled and your plans fall apart and you face one obstacle after the other, you usually go home frustrated and tired and irritated, but not because you actually did a lot of work. But on those days when you complete all of your tasks for the day, when you get home you feel refreshed. This shows that fatigue can be induced by worry and frustration.
The people that do what they love are lucky. They experience more happiness and less fatigue. Your energy lies with your interests. For those that aren't lucky enough to be doing what they love, they have to find ways to make boring work more interesting. One way you can do it is to have a contest with yourself. Try to increase the amount of work you're able to get done every day or every period of the day. You'll have more interest in what you're doing and you'll feel less tired, which allows you to enjoy your free time. It can feel like everything that you have is bad. It can feel like only terrible things are happening to you, and that occupies your mind. But the reality is that 90% of the things in your life are good, and only 10% are bad. If you want to live a happy life, focus on the 90% that is good, and forget about the bad 10%. But if you want to live a life full of worry and fear and the health problems that come along with them, then focus on the 10% that is bad and forget about the good 90. So often we drive ourselves crazy by worrying about things that we don't need to worry about. We spend so much time looking at what we lack. All that brings is misery and anger. That can cause you to push your family and friends away. Think and thank. Take the time to think about all the good things that you have in your life and be thankful for them. Joy, laughter, and happiness are the best doctors, and we don't have to pay for their services. There's so much that we have that's priceless, but we don't appreciate them. How much would you sell your eyes for? How much would you sell your ears for? There are so many people that can't do what you think is normal. They would give anything to be able to walk or hear or speak or see. But we can do all those things and we still feel that life is unfair. Count your blessings and be grateful.
Be yourself, no matter what. A mistake that a lot of people make in life is trying to be someone that they are not. They try to gain success by copying the methods of some other individual. What you need to understand is that you are not meant to be like anyone else. You are a completely new and unique being, so do things your way. Like Ralph Waldo Emerson said, "Do not go where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path, and leave a trail." Don't try to fit into a mold that other people have created. Don't be afraid to be yourself. Trying to be someone else will kill you, and you'll never even succeed in being that other person. Take pride in the fact that out of the 300 billion that could have been born of your parents, you're the one that was born. You're the one that exists. In the words of Logan Pearsall Smith, there are two things to aim at in life. First, to get what you want, and after that, to enjoy it. Only the wisest of mankind achieve the second. Don't put so much effort into achieving your dreams and goals and then end up not enjoying it. You've worked far too hard to not enjoy your life. Take things easy, relax often. If you enjoy your work, you will enjoy your life. You spend about half of the time that you're awake at work, so if you can't find joy at work, then you're going to spend a lot of time feeling tired and unhappy. Here's a short story by Team Motivation Supreme that will get you thinking about your life. A mother and a baby camel were lying around under a tree. Then the baby camel asked, "Why do camels have humps?" The mother camel considered this and said, "We are desert animals. We have the humps to store water, so we can survive with very little water." The baby camel thought for a moment, then said, "Okay, why are our legs long and our feet rounded?" The mama replied, "They are meant for walking in the desert." The baby paused. After a beat, the camel asked, "Why are our eyelashes so long? Sometimes they get in my way." The mama responded, "Those long, thick eyelashes protect your eyes from the desert sand when it blows in the wind." The baby thought and thought. Then he said, "I see. So the hump is to store water when we are in the desert. The legs are for walking through the desert, and these eyelashes protect my eyes from the desert. Then why in the zoo?" The lesson: skills and abilities are only useful if you are in the right place at the right time. Otherwise, they go to waste.